Hey guys. So, this is the first episode of Becoming and Doing Just Fine. Believe it or not, I recorded this episode already. If I'm looking a little stuffed, it's because I am. Anyway, I recorded this episode already, and the files did not save on my SD card. But in this season of Becoming, I'm not getting mad at things that I cannot control. So when I sat down to edit and I saw that the videos were not there, I said, okay, I'm just gonna re record and do it even better this time. So that's something that I'm working on in the season of Becoming. But anyway, hey guys, I'm super excited for this journey. For me, it's going to serve as just a visual journey, I guess, to see my thoughts as I navigate life and navigate womanhood and navigate phases of life. I'm also a little nervous only nervous because my brain tends to go a little bit faster than my mouth sometimes. So I tend to trip over my words often, but it is what it is. Bear with me. I'm going to try to talk a little bit slower. I think that's good though. This is going to give me the opportunity to grow in my articulation. So I'm excited about that as well. So, anyway, again, hello. For those who don't know me, my name is Carrie. I'm from Louisiana. I'm an only child. I'm living in Barcelona. I am approaching 25, and that's really a lot of what this episode is going to be about. But that's a little brief about me. There's so much more to know, so much more you'll learn in this episode and in the upcoming episodes. So, yes, approaching 25. Oh, first of all, let me say that this episode is titled In Preparation for Reasons That We'll Discuss. So, again, approaching 25 is all I've been talking about because things have just been so different lately. I don't know if it's because I'm approaching 25. I don't know if it's because the things that have transpired in my life. But I'm just getting really real about life. I'm just getting very serious. And I've made the joke a couple times, or I've seen the jokes when people say once you turn 25 and your frontal lobe is fully developed and things just start to kind of make sense, your rationale gets better, your decision making gets better. And I'm like, I think it's happening to me. I think it's developing because I just am not, I can't even explain the difference in me in just every way. I just kind of don't even, I wouldn't say I don't recognize myself. What I will say is I'm definitely in that in between stage, in that transition phase where you're not who you used to be, but you're not quite who you were going to be yet. You're becoming, and that's definitely where I am. It's a odd and weird space to be because when I find myself thinking about who I used to be or being able to do stuff that I used to do and I can or could do it, and I'm just like, that's not, that don't align with who I see myself becoming. That doesn't align with the woman that I want to be. But it's like I also have a hard time doing things that the woman that I'm becoming or the woman I see myself being would do. So it's just like I can't go back, but it's challenging to go forward. So it's like I'm just in this middle phase of just like I'm going forward, but sometimes it's hard. It's a challenge, but I'm enjoying it. And yeah, I'm just getting really real and serious about life. And it could be, not even could be, I definitely think that it's me turning 25 because now I'm thinking like, okay, I'm almost 30. After I'm 30, I'm going to be 40. After I'm 40, I'm going to be 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, God willing, like 110 one day. And it put a little pressure on me. I was like, okay, anywhere that I've been, any area of my life that I've been playing around, been lollygagging, been not doing the best or doing the most that I could do, okay, it's time to get real. It's time to get serious. It's time to get more responsible. It's time to get more intentional. It's just time to do what it's time to do, and that's really where I am. And I think because in a few areas in my life, I'm like in the thick of it, and it's really helped me grow. It's really matured me, and I think that I needed these and those experiences because life has been very easy for me, if I'm being quite honest. And so I think it's a lot of character development that I needed to do, a lot of strength I needed to build, a lot of things I needed to discover about myself that I couldn't do and wouldn't be able to do unless I went through, or yeah, unless I went through certain things. And so I'm definitely embracing the challenges in my life right now. And I'm not mad about it at all because the way that I've grown, I'm like, okay, I see why God says, people say, whatever, however the saying goes, that everything happens for a reason, and God will definitely not give you more than you can, or He won't give you more than you can endure, but He will give you what you need to go through. And so I'm really just embracing the challenges. I try not to get mad when things don't go my way. I try not to get mad when things get hard. I am just simply always trying to be in gratitude, trying to be in a place of appreciation and just thanking God, thanking the Lord for everything, because even in the challenges, even in the hard times when we're in those valleys, God still makes a way. So even if it doesn't look exactly how I want it to look, it's just like, thank you, Lord. I'm taking everything in stride. And I understand that life is not going to be perfect. Life is hard. In some aspect, life is hard for all of us right now. So it just is what it is. I think that you can only try your best and give it all you got. Keep going hard, and not to let life beat you down. So I'm definitely proud of myself for being in the thick of things and keeping that hope and keeping that optimism and keeping my heart and staying positive and just being happy, and that's another it's another thing that I'm appreciative of, that I can take with me to my future self, or the woman that I'm becoming. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how I want to structure these episodes yet. I do have notes and I do have things I want to touch on. So bear with me, guys. Again, it's the first episode. I'm just so like, when I got through it the first time, I was talking for like 30 minutes and I was just like, I'm so proud of myself. And so I'm about to do it again for another 30 minutes, and I'm going to be proud of myself again. But yeah, I'm so excited to go on this journey. So anyway, another thing that I've been working on in the season of preparation is organization. But before I even get there, in the season of preparation, I've been feeling like the past, I want to say past like 3 weeks maybe, I've just been feeling like, okay, I need to prepare. And what made me feel like that at first, if I'm talking too close to the mic, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to, as I make these videos, I'm going to see how far close is best. So if I'm like too close, I apologize. But the past few weeks, I've been feeling like I need to prepare because in turning 25 also, or approaching 25, I've been thinking like, okay, the plans that I have for myself in regards to love, because I have wanted nothing more in life than to be in love, to find my person, and I haven't been in a serious relationship in my adult years. My last relationship was when I was 16, so it's been quite a while. And so I always thought I would have the husband and the family before 30. So I'm like, okay, um, if it's gonna happen, then it should happen like yesterday, so it can go according to my plan. So then I started thinking like, okay, well, if it happens tomorrow, will I be ready? Will I be ready to be the wife? Would I be ready to be the mother? And the more that I thought about it, I was like, mm-mm. It's so much more that needs to be done. It's so much more work that I need to do within myself. And it's things that I expect of my husband. And if I'm expecting those things from him, can he be expecting those things from me and I be able to deliver? And I was like, mm-mm. It's so much work that needs to be done within myself. It's so much more that I need to do. And when I realized that and I started to do the work and to make the changes, and I was like, yeah, I'm on my way to being ready, and maybe I'll soon be ready. But again, it's just stuff that needs to be done. For example, organization, which is why I brought that up. Um, I am just a messy person when it comes to my things. I'm not a dirty girl, but I'm messy. And my stepdad, I say stepdad, but that's my daddy. My dad cleaned my room for me since I can remember, since I was a little girl, all the way up into my late teens when I was 20 even. Like, I just have stuff out of order. And it really starts getting out of order when I'm like rushing places and I'm just putting stuff everywhere. Things get out of place and I just leave them out of place. And I was like, I gotta stop being like that. Like, I don't know what's been clicking lately. And again, maybe it was just this idea of being in preparation and just being better and taking better care of myself, taking better care of things. But I was like, I gotta stop being like that. I love organizing things. Like, I love organizing things and putting them in order, but keeping them in order is another story. And it may be small to some because I know a lot of women take pride in organization and cleanliness. And again, I'm not a dirty girl, but I am messy. And it's just something that I haven't been able to do well. My mom would be like, "Here, you always been like that. I think you ADHD." And it's like, maybe I am. I don't know, but people are diagnosing everybody with ADHD these days, and I don't know if I got it or not. Maybe, but it's always been a challenge for me. And so the other day, I deep cleaned everything, all my rooms, organized everything, put everything in its place, and till this day, everything is still in its place. When I use something, I put it back. If I take something out of place, I put it back, whatever the case may be. But I've been keeping things in order, and it's like, God, I'm preparing. I'm preparing myself for myself. I'm preparing myself for my future husband. But I'm preparing, and I think in this season, I'm trying to show God that I'm ready to receive. Um, and maybe it's me trying to convince God, but I don't think it's a matter of convincing because no matter how much I try to convince God, He knows if I'm ready or not. But I am trying to prove to God that I'm ready and that you can trust me with my wants. You can trust me with my desires. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to treat it well. I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to be careful with it. I'm going to be serious about it. But I'm definitely in this season of trying to prove to God that I'm ready because God's not going to give us what we can't handle. He's not going to give us what we aren't ready to receive, aren't able to just be responsible with, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm trying to show God that I'm ready because I am ready, but I have to become that person who is able to again just take care of and to do right by the things that I'm asking for. So yes, when it comes to organization, I've been doing really, really good. I'm really proud of myself. And again, it may be small to some, but it's really a big deal for me. And it's just another sign for me that I am that I'm maturing. And so I'm really, really happy and excited about that. So another point that I wanted to touch on, let's see, and maybe as I go forward, I'll be able to kind of flow a little bit better, but I did have my notes for this episode. So anyway, in this season of becoming and preparing, I've definitely been a bit choosy. Not even a bit. I've been very choosy about what I'm entertaining when it comes to what I watch, when it comes to what I listen to, especially who I engage with, what I watch, because I like a lot of bad reality TV. I don't watch Zeus and stuff like that, but I do like the black reality TV shows like Real Housewives, Ready to Love, things like this. So anyway, I've really been trying to engage less in reality TV and things like that. If I see clips on social media, I definitely watch them, but watching a full episode, I won't do anymore because it's like I feel like I can just be watching other things. Not saying that it hurts to kind of treat yourself to a little ignorance sometimes, I guess. But and not even ignorance. It depends on who you asking and how you look at it. But you get what I'm trying to say. It doesn't hurt to, I guess, indulge in things that entertain you. That's a better way to say it. Sometimes, but I just feel like I don't want that for me right now. And when it comes to music, I love all kind of music. I just love all kind of music. Okay, and so sometimes though, when I'm listening to music, it can get a bit vulgar. It can get a little just like, I don't want to hear what you just said. And so I'm very choosy about what I listen to as well these days. And sometimes I do want to hear that kind of stuff. And I'm like, especially when I'm in the gym, but I don't want to hear just kind of like, I don't want to hear that kind of stuff in my ear and have it like infiltrate my spirit sometimes. And so not that like if I hear something violent and it make me just want to go like be violent and go beat somebody up. And not like that, but it's like I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. And so these days I've really been listening to like my grown woman music, because when I listen to my grown woman music, I be like, this is how my grown woman self would vibe. She would listen to this kind of stuff. So like the Alicia Keys and the Jill Scott and the Jasmine Sullivan, the Ledesi and the Guapale is like, that's the vibe right now. That's what my grown woman self would listen to. So let me try to embody her. Let me try to kind of get on her level, on her vibe, on her vibration, I guess. So I've just been very choosy about that. And then what I engage in, or who I engage with, rather, I've been very serious about that as well, because it's like I don't want to have conversations with people who my old self had conversations with. Not saying that like I'm just gonna cut everybody off from my old life, because I'm just this new person and going into this new season, whatever. Not like that, but when it comes to like, let's say, situationships, or guys that like me and just don't have anything of substance to talk about, they just kind of want to be entertained and talk to me. It's like, I don't have nothing for y'all. I don't want to talk to y'all. It's nothing against you. Like, you probably cool. And when they hit me up, it's very much like a, hey, what's up? Look what I just saw, whatever. But it's like, it's just you. My future self wouldn't talk to you. My future self wouldn't entertain you. So I'm not about to entertain you right now. I don't have nothing for you right now. I'm sorry, even if it's a casual conversation. It's just not, it isn't conducive to my growth. It's not, I don't see you in the life of my future self. So again, no offense to you. I'm not mad at you. Don't take it personal, but I'm focused on me. I'm bettering me. And so yeah, we just can't talk. I don't have nothing for you, baby. So I've been very much on that flow as well. So just very choosy and just embodying my future self, showing up as my future self. And I've been kind of like reading stuff about the law of assumption recently. And it talks about like of embodying the feeling of, or embodying how you would feel if you had what you want. So, for instance, how you would feel if you had the perfect job, if you had the perfect life, if you had the perfect husband, or spouse, wife, whatever. Just embodying how you would feel. So you're not so much in a place of lack, but you're in a place of I have. Even though you don't have it yet, you are embodying how you would feel if you did have it, and that's how you kind of attract the things that you want in your life. So I've definitely been on that flow as well. Just acting like I have it already. And I've been speaking that to my friends are also, when they talk about what they want when it comes to life, when it comes to marriage as well, the family. I'm like, you have it already, girl. It hasn't manifested yet. And I'm very choosy about like words like that, buzzwords, I guess. But yeah, just when it comes to manifesting what you want, you have it already. You have it already, and it's coming. But you have to act like you have to just embody that I have it energy, So I've really been working on that, and that's why I like to listen to the grown woman music, so I can embody that, my future self, my grown woman self, energy. So even speaking on, I'm saying way too much, and I don't like it. Let me stop. So speaking on being and becoming a grown woman, I'm definitely in that stage of girlhood to womanhood, or that transition phase of going from girl to woman. And it feels crazy. It feels crazy because it's just crazy to see yourself mature in real time, and not only to see it but to feel it. And I'm like, I'm really becoming a woman. And I love it because I love getting older. I love getting wiser. I love gaining more knowledge. I love being able to make better decisions and having better rationale. I love growing. I love growing. So it's an amazing feeling. It's just kind of crazy because, again, I'm moving away from who I used to be, and I'm growing up. And I can't believe it because I remember being 15 like yesterday. I remember being 8 like yesterday. I have memories from being like 2 and 3. So it's just crazy to be approaching 25 and to feel myself and see myself becoming a grown woman. And in that woman phase, or going into that woman phase, things just do change, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So it's definitely just a super super interesting time in my life, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to document it. I wanted to have discussions about it, and in the future when I have like my guests and my friends on here, I want to discuss it with them as well and their journeys and transitions, because I do have a lot of older friends also, so I want to share their thoughts and I want to hear from them as well. Um, and so, yeah, it's just an interesting place for me to be in. Oh, yeah, and I wanted to document it because, again, I just want to, if I said this already, I'm not sure. I just want to see my thought process over time. So, yes, being in expectation. These days, I'm still saying too much, but I'm not really putting too much pressure on myself and having like the perfect episode because, again, it's the first one and it's going to grow over time. So, anyway, being in expectation, as I prepare myself for whatever it is that I want and who I want to be and who I want to show up as, I'm just constantly in expectation. And I know God is going to bless me. I know God is going to drop stuff in my lap whenever it's time, whenever I'm ready. And I just go out every day in expectation now, just awaiting something amazing to happen, expecting something amazing to happen. So it's like I don't go out looking at people and looking at stuff and be like, okay, is this the person, the situation that's going to give me something amazing in my day? No, it's not like that. But I do expect something amazing to happen every day. And it can be the smallest thing, the smallest convenience. Waking up today, or waking up every day rather, is the most amazing thing and the biggest blessing. But in addition to that, I just go out every day just waiting for something good, and I'm just keeping that energy. And I just know that as I continue to prepare myself and align myself with my future self, that God very well will bless me, and my expectation won't be in vain, and it won't be for no reason. And I think in general we always have something good to look forward to in life, because I think, again, life is kind of hard for all of us in one way or another right now, but life is not all bad. I don't care how bad it gets. It's a yin and yang. It's the good, you get the good with the bad and the bad with the good, but there's always good to be expected, again, no matter how small. But um yes, I'm just always in expectation for the good and waiting for the good to come and to happen. And my next point is being in expectation but waiting, and what waiting looks like. I have had a strange relationship with waiting and just being patient. I am a impulsive, fiery, passionate, intense Aries sun. I also have an Aries moon. I'm not too big on astrology, but I think there is some truth to it sometimes. But I have a lot of fire. I have a lot of go in me. I'm always ready to get down and get things done. So my thing with waiting has been hasn't been the easiest. I haven't always been or had the most patience. I do find myself being a lot more patient these days, but I've always had a struggle with waiting because I wanted things done on my time. When I had an idea, when I wanted to do something, it had to be done then and there. Obstacles could have came in my way, but I'm just gonna push through it um, and try to get it done on my time. So waiting and having to release that control to God, it's a if you let it be, it can be a liberating feeling. It can be a peace in letting God be in control and letting God lead you, and having faith that He will deliver and that He is leading you the right way. So I think now waiting is not an annoyance for me as much as it is a peace, because I'm trusting God and I'm taking a step back from trying to be in control. So just in being in expectation, while you wait for those good things to come, just wait with a happiness, wait with a peace, wait with a joy to know that God is going to come through. I don't have to wait and be tapping my feet and be looking at my watch and just be wondering, when is it going to come? When is it going to come? Just having that faith and that knowing and that trust that it is going to come, as long as I am in preparation and I am preparing myself to receive, it surely will come. And I just love this idea of preparation, and I don't know why, it just makes me feel so good. Just doing better. I was gonna say, well, I don't know why I said, I don't know why it makes me feel so good, because of course it feels good to be better and to do better. But yeah, I just love this idea of preparation. I love this space in my life, or this time in my life, even though it's not perfect. I just really love who I am becoming right now. I really, really do. So, yes. Then another thing, I used to think it was so cringe calling people king and queen, but I've just been so like in my queen space. Is that a Ari Lennox song? I think it may be. But I've just been, because king and queen, those are really noble titles, and I love now that I don't think it's cringe. I love calling people king and queen, like, hey king, hey queen, happy birthday king, happy birthday queen, thank you king, thank you queen, you're doing a good job king, you're doing a good job queen, whatever, because I think, again, those are very noble titles. And um it's beautiful to me, because yes, we are kings and queens, and I think we should try to embody that, and not in the way that like you're superior, obviously, than anybody else, because we're not actually like we're not Queen Elizabeth and King Charles, I think that's his name. We're not actually like kings and queens in that way, but I think spiritually we are kings and queens, and I think it's a beautiful feeling, or a beautiful thing to. I just say beautiful so much. It's like my number one word in my vocabulary, but I do think it's a beautiful thing to try to embody that energy. So I'm really like in my queen space these days, and I'm really just trying to be that woman. Like I want to show up and embody, I guess, just as my most beautiful, my best, my wisest, my calmest. And so yeah, I just really been in my queen energy, and I just love the idea of that. And lastly, I think I got to all my points actually, and I think I did go through it. No, I definitely went through it a little bit better than the first time, and that's why I said, like, when it didn't save the first time, I'm like, I'm not even tripping. I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna do it better. But my last point is, in this season of preparation, and maturing and becoming the woman that I want to be, I definitely have been deepening my relationship with God, and I've been taking it a lot more serious. And if I get to have my good sis Lacey on here next week, we'll definitely be touching on growing your relationship with God and what it means to be a woman of God, because Lacey is just she's just so inspiring when it comes to showing up and being a woman of God. But I've definitely been definitely more devoted to God. I've been reading my Bible every night, and that's not something that I've ever done. Read my Bible every night, but when I say I read my Bible before bed, and the peace that it gives me, the comfort that it gives me to know that all the truth that I need is in God's word, it's a beautiful feeling. And they say that like God never leaves us, God never goes astray. It's us that walk away from God. And my prayer has just constantly been, God, keep me close to you, keep me close to you in this season, in preparation, in this season of transition. Make me more like you. Help me to love like you. Help me to forgive like you. Help me to be gracious like you, and merciful like you. Make me as much in what he made us in his image, but just help me to live that out to the fullest. And that's very just important to me in where I'm going. Like the woman that I'm becoming, if she is not devoted and close to God as I imagine her to be, then I don't want to be that woman. I don't want to become and not become with God and become in God. So that's just definitely important to me in this season. That's my number one thing. Also just strengthening my prayer life and things like that. Reading my devotional every day, going out into the world and just trying to love. Just going into the world and loving like God, the best that I can. Just being and becoming this woman that I imagine myself to be. She has to be a woman of God, and that's just the best woman of God, the most devoted, let's put it that way, woman of God that she can be. And so that's really the number one thing to me in this season of becoming. So I'm going to end it there. There's just so much to talk about, and I'm just so excited about this journey, this podcast journey. I'm so excited to have all my all my different guests that I want to have. So yes, we'll continue to get deeper and talk more about different things. But I'm a little out of breath because my computer was about to die, so I had to run and put it on the charger. But anyway, again, I didn't expect this to be the most perfect episode. It's just more of like an introduction episode and just to talk a little bit. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed. I can't wait to continue to talk and to discuss and to share, and to let you know that you're not alone. And whatever you go through, you're not alone in your journey of becoming. And in your journey of becoming, you are doing just fine. So see you guys on the next episode. I will try to post weekly or bi-weekly. I'm not sure yet. This really was an impromptu episode. I just felt really good today, and I was like, okay, this is the day that I'm going to do the episode. And so here we are. So anyway, whenever the next episode comes in 2 weeks or the next week, I can't wait to discuss and talk and share with you guys. Make sure you're following Bekoming Podcast on Instagram. I'll link it down below. And yes, this is so crazy to me. But anyway, yes, can't wait to continue this journey and talk soon.